I'm gonna start letting some folks up. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Feel free to come up, chat with me. We have a special guest. What's up? What's up, Sean? How you doing?
Hello, hello. How are you? Is it
Hey,
Nate?
yeah. I'm Nate. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. What role have you worked in the cybersecurity world? If you don't mind me asking.
Cybersecurity roles. Oh man, take your pick, bro. The list. No, I'm just playing. So right now, I've been doing a little bit of assessor work in the GRC space. I've been doing some automation and with some AI. We have a project that we're working on for a tool that's going to be leveraged for GRC. I've done some security engineering, some solution architect, security architect. I've been systems admin. I've been help desk. I've been several different roles. What about yourself?
Mhm. Okay, so I got my master's in cybersecurity. Maybe was a year ago? I think maybe 2 years ago. So spring of not no, it was spring of last year, I believe. So right now I'm finally utilizing it. Kind of sort of got like in a weird headspace when I got it initially. Because some stuff was going on personally, and I was like, let me get myself together. Overall, I was an intern at my friend's company. I did a bit of cybersecurity research. In the field of in the sector subsector of about cybersecurity. So I became like a published author of
Nice.
some cybersecurity works. Um, Right now, I'm just retraining myself with everything and developing more hard skills. My intention is actually get into more of a GRC role initially, while hardening a lot more of my skills for on analyst and on engineer end right now. So right now, I'm just doing a bit of try hack me. I'm trying to get that security plus, and also, I did get my GitHub kind of together a little bit. My GitHub has about, I would say maybe, I think seven mock GRC policies with different frameworks and basically addressing different industries and different sectors. Like one is for hospitality, the other one is for like a payment firm. Like I just wanted to create some work just to showcase, hey, like
What's up?
if you do hire me, I could show you some work I've done. And that's what I'm at with it. But right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying my best to like attack the job market.
Yup.
I told myself 30 job applications a day. 15, well, really 10, 20 quick ones, and then 10 intentional ones where I gotta where I gotta tailor the resume.
Well, I could tell you, I love the the mindset, and we got David West here. He's on the panel. Welcome in, bro. He's the special guest for the evening. David, I'm gonna try to tackle what Sean brought up so far, and then if you want to layer in some stuff, and feel free to knife in there. But it sounded like Sean did. So is the question, is this a good plan, or was there a different question out there?
Yeah, what do you think of the plan? Like I said, I'm just knocking out 30 applications a day. That way it's not it's 10, 20 quick ones, like 10 on Indeed, 10 on LinkedIn, and like maybe a couple of quick recruit of some on some zip, and then like 10 intentionals where I tailor the resume for the
Right.
jobs. Yeah.
So I think the strategy behind applications is uh, decent. I would tune it just to tweak it a little bit and like layer in some LinkedIn activity. But I know you probably didn't give me an exhaustive list of all the job boards, but I'm just talking out loud here. Welcome in, everyone. Um, Sean asked a very interesting question. He actually came up with a plan, laid it out there, and is seeking some feedback. And so far, I want to poke at a couple of things that you said, because you said some fire stuff. You're getting reacclimated. You did some author work within cyber, which is huge, bro. Not a lot of people do that, so that's a differentiator on its own. Depending on who you're in front of, and depending on how you highlight it, that could separate you from the competition. And I think that you mentioned a couple of things like, hey, initially GRC, but then you also threw in there analyst and engineering. I think that that's cool. That's cool. Especially, have you looked into? Let me put this out there. Have you looked into GRC engineering?
I have not.
All right, it's new. It's check out AJ Yon. He's the pioneer of GRC engineering. He has all the deets on GRC engineering, and also has a Patreon where he will connect with you. He will spend time with you. He will look at your resume. He will lean in, help you out, and it's just, if you check him out, you'll see he's all over the place, all over the world doing this. Big into AWS. So I think I would steer you over there. Get in front of some folks that really do this and have been doing it for X amount of years. But you should. I would also say that you need two mentors. One that is been there, done that in the space, and another one that is just breaking into the exact role. So if it's GRC analyst, if it's GRC engineering, if it's GRC whatever, or if it's whatever you're looking for, go find that individual as well and latch on to them and ask them questions. Be inquisitive. Do exactly what you're doing in this space right now and putting yourself out there. What you got on it, David?
I just kind of caught the end of what he was asking, but I'll touch on the job search a little bit. You mentioned splitting it up between like easy applies and direct applies, which is a good approach, but I would add one thing that you should look out for is the date that the job was posted, because there's going to be no point of you easy applying to jobs that were posted 2 months ago. I think your time would be better spent reaching out to recruiters directly on LinkedIn instead of doing easy applies for jobs that have been out there for a while. But if you're posting applications to jobs that have just been posted, that's another story. But I would also try and throw in some recruiter reach outs there too. That's the best piece of advice I give people in job searching, because not a lot of people do it. Everyone just thinks that jobs are on job boards, but recruiters have tons and tons of roles that aren't even posted, and they're looking for candidates. So reaching out directly could give you some luck there as well.
Okay, just a bit of feedback. So I recently went to Afrotech. I went to Afrotech this past year. And when I get in front of the recruiters, they love me. Like every recruiter was like, not saying that, I know they probably act like that with everyone, but like legitimately, they be like, hey, I need to talk to you, get the information, yada, yada, yada. And I think I'm having issues with the algorithm. I think my applications get probably kicked back. My resumes probably get kicked back by AI. And it's like prime example.
Hold on, bro.
I was talking to someone.
Hold on. Let's tackle one thing at a time. You said that your engagement with the recruiters when you hit Afrotech was what you would expect, positive. So it was there fallout from that? You didn't get the ripple effect that you were looking for from that?
It was no. Okay, so the recruiter, prime example, recruiter at the company Axon told me I was amazing. I was like, hey, I'm kind of particular about, because I did tailor the resume to fit. Like I had like a group setting of resumes for about 4 or 5 companies. I'd be like, okay, this resume is for here. So I basically tailored the resume for about 3 companies, but it wasn't supposed to be like, that was supposed to be my showing resume. That wasn't supposed to be the applying resume. The recruiter was like, hey, go ahead and apply right now. I'm like, I don't listen. I need to tailor this resume because I don't feel comfortable submitting, application. Guy took my phone and applied. He was like, you're gonna get job. I got kicked back.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure I'm understanding. So besides Afrotech, what other conferences, meetups have you been to putting yourself out there besides Afrotech?
Honestly, that's probably the only one.
Right,
that was like
not enough sampling, not enough data. We don't have enough data, bro. We need more data. We need more cycles, more swings at the plate over there with other places that are in this space that are trying to get you leveled up. David, what you got on that?
Yeah, I would agree. Also, you should always have a resume kind of ready for whatever job you're looking to get. you don't necessarily need to tailor it to every application. Like, for example, if you're doing a SOC analyst resume, you should be able to apply to a SOC analyst resume at any company with that resume. You shouldn't need to tweak it because you'll have everything you need on there for a SOC analyst role. I don't know what you were applying to or talking about at that conference, but if you're just basing your entire interaction with recruiters from one conference, I don't think that that's a good sample size, like Nate said.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but I would always have a resume ready. Like you don't want to miss an opportunity because they're going to go to the next person if you say you're not ready.
No, I have like 25 different resumes.
That's crazy.
What
Sean,
I'm saying is
Sean, hang out with us, bro. We're gonna share the love around the room.
My
No, bro,
apologies.
it's excellent information, and we have to break that down. And I'm not trying to ignore you. I just got to get to some other folks that are sitting here. But we're gonna come back to you if you can hang out for a little bit longer. Just hang out and listen to us, bro. Rebel, Hope, S, anything from y'all? What y'all got?
How we doing? I appreciate you taking the time to talk. I actually kind of struggled with this a little bit. So myself, I've worked since 2017. I've worked in I want to say IT adjacent, and that's been my problem for over a decade right now. So basically, I've built data centers. I work with hardware. I work with security, like physical security, but we also work with any network system. I work in IP information. It's called SET. So safety and security, energy and electrical, telecommunication and technological. So you're talking about anything like setting IP LANs for devices on networks, on corporate networks, setting up, data packet tracing, doing Ethernet frame searches for different type of devices on the network, putting things on the network, setting up all the switches. But I never worked with IT. I did this for a company. We did cameras, audio visual, like other stuff that went onto corporate networks. So I was actually a certified fiber technician before I knew anything about a network plus. Currently, I have my security plus, my network plus, Azure AZ900, and my MS900.
Hey, bro, slow down, bro. I know you're not about to say you having troubles getting connected in with roles. I know you're not about to say that.
I'm gonna tell you, I feel like I don't have enough real world experience. Like I do, but it's not cyber. Like I don't do GRC. I do a lot of other stuff. I'm network certified, security certified, stuff like that. But I never actually had an IT role, and I don't have enough like personal projects. And I kind of leaning toward more AI automation than anything else.
Okay. We heard enough, bro. Slow it down. David, what you got on that? I'll back you up with stuff I'm hearing as well.
It's got to be your resume. You got enough experience. So if you're not having luck with trying to get in to IT, then you're just probably not formulating your experience correct enough. Because if you're working with all this hardware, you're doing IT. Like you may not be doing IT support or help desk, but you're doing IT. Like that's IT. I don't know what else you want to add, Nate.
Yeah, I'm gonna layer in there that there are some pieces in there that you can look to align with cybersecurity. So you said that you were a fiber technician. You said you were out there doing fiber. Tell me, you would have to think what type of security measures did you take to whenever you was laying that fiber? I'm sure you didn't just. I'm sure folks were just not allowed to be in the same area you were in doing fiber. That don't make sense. So there's some physical security in there. So yeah, there's maybe information security in there. Maybe it's not direct, like you said, cyber, like not. The other thing I would say is that you haven't maybe got a chance to speak about is different projects that are cyber, that are related to the exact role that you're hunting for. Which is what, bro? Talk to us. What is that dream role that you have got to have?
I'll be honest with you. I love working with hardware. I envision myself as an AI or like an automation engineer, but I need to get with a automation engineer because that's how I envision myself, because I work with a lot of corporate systems. So you're talking about HVAC systems, the systems that are inside, like the plumbing, the electrical systems, the digital systems inside of a business. I kind of work with all those, and I'm continuing doing that. And I know cybersecurity is just a piece; it's just a skill that goes into that.
Yeah, so it sounds like since you have passions in a certain area and you're also in a certain industries, I would be looking to find out and investigate. Is there a transition into the industry vertical that you've mentioned, and introducing information security, cybersecurity into the equation, or AI specifically for you? You're on
Got
some
it.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You're
And
onto some entrepreneur stuff,
that's
entrepreneurship too.
for big
All right, chopping up real bad, bro. Chopping up real bad. Hold on, we're
or
gonna
like what
hold on. We got to get to a better area. I'm gonna mute it for a second. We're gonna move on. And once you get to a better area, come back off mute. We want to hear more. S or Hope, what you got over there?
Man, I'm just yeah, hope you don't mind if I go next. But yeah, man, just been applying to stuff today. Looked at my resume. I told you yesterday that I get my bachelor's in March in cybersecurity. Have my Security Plus, Net Plus, AWS, Certified Cloud, Certified Ethical Hacker. What's another one? AZ 900, and my Cloud Plus from CompTIA. And I don't know, man. Like everything I applied to, a couple weeks later, I just get an email. They're like, "Hey, we chose to move in a different direction." And I just,
All
keep
right.
getting emails like that, man.
Let me give some more background too, David, and I'm glad we have Nigel up here too. I need Nigel or even David to help me out here. S has an impeccable LinkedIn, very optimized. When we say optimized, I think the feedback that the answer is that you're getting hits, but I would say he's doing all the things that he can do and very relevant as far as LinkedIn goes. My gap that I identified was the mentor within the space that the exact role that he's looking to break into. Beyond that, I think he has everything else.
What role is he trying to get into?
Just somewhere in the cyberspace, man. Like, cyber security analyst, cybersecurity engineer.
I mean, okay. I'm going to go off Nate's word and says your LinkedIn is pretty optimized. As you're applying, let me ask you this. Are you getting interviews?
Nope.
Okay.
Not a single one.
Got you. So off rip, that tells me your resume is not formatted or ATS friendly, right? Based off all of the certs that you listed off at the beginning, that tells me off rip that your resume isn't making it to the hiring managers or it's getting skipped over based on formatting, font, whatever the system is checking against your resume could disqualify you. But based off of that, if Nate is saying that your LinkedIn is pretty optimized, once again, I haven't seen it, you should have recruiters reaching out to you base level if your LinkedIn is optimized for the roles that you're interested in. So you gave us a very broad role. You said, SOC analyst, engineer. I think if you niche down and come up with a role that you're interested in or one or two, and you make your LinkedIn that billboard kind of face of like, hey, I want to be a SOC analyst or a threat detection engineer, and you tailor your LinkedIn to that and your resumes. Are you using the same resume for like multiple jobs as well? I know
Yes.
David touched on that before. Okay, that's another mistake. So you need to, really quickly, high level, if I was to give you advice right now, I would say you need to come up with at least 2 to maybe 3 roles that you're interested in and make your LinkedIn optimized specifically for that. Second, I would figure out someone who's good with resume tailoring and making sure that you have at least 2 to 3 resumes tailored for those 2 to 3 roles, or maybe 4. And make sure they're ATS friendly. I mean, ATS friendly means that it's going through the system, they're picking up the keywords, all of that. And then lastly, the biggest piece for me and what I always preach is that you need to network. So before you're just applying blindly and putting all your faith in your resume and applying when you're going up against career, people that are career switchers, other experienced IT professionals and cyber professionals, you're banking on your resume to outbeat theirs. So I would say you need to network. So when you're applying for these jobs, you need to see if you're able to network with someone that works at that job. It's as simple as going to the company page, see if anyone that works at that company that's, in your area or someone you can talk to and say, hey, look, this is what I've done. Especially if you're posting and you're active on LinkedIn, they can go back and follow up and see what you've done and say, hey, look, I would be an asset to your team. This is what I do. This is my experience, blah, 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 blah. You need to add more layers to get the visibility.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, don't just put all your faith on, okay, I have all these certs, I'm posting, I'm commenting, build some genuine relationships because you never know who will give you that referral link.
Okay.
Do you have any
All right.
experience in IT or anything? Or you just have all those certs and are doing your bachelor's?
Yeah, man, I did an internship at an electrical company and an internet service provider. Got a lot of good hands-on experience with switches, routers, fiber, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's
and-
good. Because I was going to say, sometimes people see all those companies see all those certs and no experience, and they just think you're cert stacking, and that's not going to lead to any success. So I just wanted to clarify because I was unsure of your background. Second thing I kind of wanted to touch on, it actually was mentioned in one of these comments here, using AI to help get your resume through ATS. So that's also, something you can do as well. I was just thinking about a third point, but I forget what I was saying.
You mean like on LinkedIn when it gives you the option to like tailor your resume? I think I should just like click that for.
No, I would suggest using like an actual AI platform like ChatGPT or something like that.
Okay.
Personally,
But
yeah, I forget.
Hey,
Go
for
ahead.
resumes, y'all, I got the plug. If you need a cybersecurity resume formatted down to one pager, looking excellent and beautiful, like you're an architect, DM me. The resume issues shouldn't be an issue. We can get past that. I agree. You can leverage AI these days to get that job done. But if you just like feeling lazy, you don't want to do it, DM me. I got a plug to plug you into.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just send you my resume. I talked to Nigel a few weeks ago. I sent him my resume over, and he told me some stuff I should add and other stuff I should take out, and I did all that stuff too. But I'll send it over to you too, Nate, just so you can put your eyes on
So
it.
since you bring that up, since he gave you that homework and pointers, and have you made the tweaks? And if so, have you put it out there? And what's the feedback?
Yeah, man, I put my resume out there after making the changes that Nigel recommended, and man, still nothing. Like no interviews, no email backs or no.
So
What type of what? Sorry, not to cut anyone off. What type of roles you said you were interviewing for, and you said you're using the same resume? Correct. I just want to make sure so we.
Like SOC analyst, even internship, like cybersecurity internships. I saw one that was like GRC internship, summer intern. I applied for that.
Are you open to moving? Are you applying just locally to where you live? Are you applying for remote jobs? Like, I guess I need to understand the scope. So
Yeah, just remote jobs and around my area within a 100-mile radius of my town.
Got it. And you said you have no previous experience or like job experience in cyber, correct?
No job experience, just an internship.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so we've spoke. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, did we speak on LinkedIn? Sorry.
We did. Yeah, we did. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I get like 100 messages. Sorry.
No,
okay.
It's fine, man.
Okay. All right. Send me a message again. Let me get with you. So it could be a few things, right? The scope as well. Like depending on where you live, I would have, like if you live in North Dakota, like, 100-mile really still isn't really going to be conducive to you to finding a cyber job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then remote, I'm just going to be, this is my opinion, flat out, COVID is over, that era is done, right? Unless you have the high demand skills and warrant that, or the company's open to you working remote, don't think that is a mandatory thing. That is 100% a luxury now.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Let's take a look at your resume. We're gonna have to have a couple for that. And the biggest piece I can give you is the networking, man. Like just start, even it doesn't have to be now. Like build, like don't make it request. Like build relationships at companies that interest you or that you think you could apply to beforehand. If you don't have LinkedIn Premium, get that so that you can sometimes see the hiring manager that's posting the rec, so you can reach out to them directly on LinkedIn. Like there's many different avenues, but
Yeah, I did get the premium, and I see like the hiring manager. So you think I should just like after I apply, just reach out, send them a quick message?
100%. There's no downfall of doing that.
Perfect. All right, thanks, man.
Another tip I can give on that is you might even have to go as far as reaching out to people who are in the role that you want and asking them if their team's hiring or if they have any advice or connections and know of any roles. Because if you're not getting answers back from the hiring manager or from submitting applications, you might be able to start networking with someone just by picking their brain. That could lead to a job opportunity too.
Okay, yeah, I also thought about attending like tech conferences and just get my name out there, meet some new people, talk to them.
Yeah, bro. All right, let me jump in, y'all. This is grinding my gears over here. Yes, if you think you should do it, go do it, bro. Just go try it. You have to try stuff. You almost can't wait. Always look. Let me say this first, and this is a great example, and I'm glad that you brought it up, bro. And thank you for bringing it up because it is a real thing, folks. And this is not what I'm about to say. Only you, but it's a lot of folks out there that they'll get some guidance and they'll try it and then it won't work and then it won't work and then it won't work and then guess what? It won't work and you won't switch it up. You got to switch it up. You got to switch the game up and you have to go back to that person that gave you the guidance or additional folks who can help because you shouldn't all put all your eggs into one basket and lean on one person. You need multiple people out there to lean on that are willing to have you lean on them, and
absolutely,
and get that feedback that you need. Something's not working. You need to make some tweaks. So that's I'm gonna land it there. Let's pivot. Good stuff, S.
Yeah.
Hope,
Thanks.
What you got over there, Hope? Sorry to delay you.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's a pleasure being here though. And yeah, I'm just joining, so I just trying to figure out what is going on here. But quick introduction of myself.
You have to speak up, bro.
Cybersecurity.
Speak up a little bit more. I can barely hear you.
All right, so I said I'm new into the field of cybersecurity, and I'm into kind of bug bounty and ethical hacking. Still learning every day though.
What the heck? All right, what's your question, bro?
Yeah, I said I'm just trying to figure out what is going on actually. I was just listening and I don't think I have any question for now, but
that's cool.
That was well done,
That's
well
cool.
said though.
Hang out with us. Sit tight. If you have another question, come off mute and just jump in there. All right, David, we're gonna focus on you, bro. We did a little round table now. Talk to us, bro. Tell us who you are, what you got going on. I've been following your TikTok. You've been crushing it with having folks break in, giving them the tips, the tricks, the cheat sheets. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you have going on, and we can take it any direction?
Yeah. So basically, how you guys doing? I'm David. I've been in the space about 3 years now. I'm a DevOps engineer, and I have experience working in cybersecurity. I worked in the government sector in GovTech at a contractor. I've also worked at a startup. Pretty much now helping people kind of break in and get their feet wet in tech and figure out, what path they want to take. It's a little bit about what I do. Like I said, I worked kind of across multiple different industries. I did IT, started out in help desk and doing that thing. And then, now I'm a DevOps engineer, like I said, so.
That's fire. Bro, what's going on with that computer build that you got over there, man? Like I saw that and I was like, that's on some. Are you a gamer? What's going on?
Yeah, so I used to play Xbox a lot, and as I got older, not really gaming enough crazy, but my brother actually influenced me to make a PC because he was building one as well, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna start working remote, so I might as well just build a PC, um, and so that's what kind of led me down the path to making mine, and I have like a white desk setup,
Yeah.
so I went the all white route. Um, and once I saw that you could do like RGB and all this crazy stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have that.
Yeah, hey, everyone, follow David. Check his page out. Let's reset the room. Anyone want to come up, chat, ask any questions? Feel free to drop them in the chat. We have David here. He's helping out. He's helping folks get through. We also have Nigel. We have me, and we have some other folks that can layer in some good information. Where are you getting jammed up? I see a couple people in here. What's up, Cyber Seekers? What's up, Linux? I'm gonna let up Cyber Secrets. So let's keep it moving.
I got a
Hey,
question.
Yeah.
before you ask that, sorry, do
Yeah.
you usually just have people talk in the panel, or do you go through questions in the comments too?
Mainly the panel is where
Okay.
where the action is, but it doesn't mean that you can't. If you glimpse over and see something in there that you want to address, feel free. But it's not that we're ignoring it's just hard to keep up with, especially if it's going real
Yeah.
fast.
Okay.
I did have a quick question, or if anybody had a. I don't want to interrupt anybody, but for David, be myself, and I was trying to talk earlier, but I think my phone was going in and out. So I work in an IT adjacent. My problem is, and I have this and I know this. I make pretty good money in what I'm doing right now, but I love tech. I have a passion for technology, and so I'm I make over 100K right now, and I know if I go into something like tech or cybersecurity, I wouldn't make that. And so I'm trying to see if I should wait and just build up personal projects, build up my portfolio, build up my Git, build up those things, and then try to go secure a higher paying job, or do I just need to say that's not going to happen? You need to start on the ground floor. Start on the ground floor, and you're only going to get that higher paying job by getting experience. By actually having a role in that experience. Does that make sense? Or could I have the same type of effect with just projects and personal projects and things like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say for you, like you have all that experience. I wouldn't say you got to start at help desk, right, and work your way up. That's just nonsense. You have enough experience, I think, to transition into IT or cyber and make similar to, if not a jump in the salary that you have now. I just think you have to market yourself as such, and market yourself, by doing those personal projects, by marketing the experience that you've already had. You should have no problem. I just think you need to market yourself and tailor your current skill set and stuff you learned to where you're trying to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. No, that's understood. Understood. I've never actually applied for a cyber job, but I could go and get some like example resumes and stuff like that. So I definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah, and like you can make up a lot of stuff. You can make up experience for with projects, especially you. Like you have a lot of experience already, and you've already have like an IT mindset. You have experience in IT. Like I would just start doing projects to fill the gaps and like I said, market yourself, and with certifications combined in with that too, you should be able to convey that you know what you're doing in a security setting.
That makes sense. Coming from you guys, I appreciate that. Thanks, David.
Yep.
I have a question. David, how would you define the shared responsibility between DevOps and security?
I think you have to kind of be the middleman when you're in a DevOps role. I think you're a lot of times on the hook for a lot of problems and responsible for a lot of things that actually other people are responsible for. So I think the shared responsibility part, like you need to be in constant communication with security, just like you need to be in constant communication with development. I just think communication is the biggest thing with the shared responsibility kind of part, because you're all a team at the end of the day. It shouldn't be pointing fingers or anything. So I think as long as you keep a communication line open with security, you guys should be able to kind of work together and not be, segregated.
Okay, cool. I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah.
Did you always do DevOps, or you said you had transitioned into DevOps?
Yeah, so it's actually funny how that happened. I originally, like, I was working at a startup, and there were some people that ended up leaving, and me, after being, in help desk for about a year, I kind of assumed responsibility for our sysadmin and our DevOps engineer, right? Because we were severely understaffed. So that's kind of how I got into it, through like an internal kind of shift in role. So I just kind of got into it like that. I never really even knew what DevOps was before I was already in it. And once I was in it, I was like, I like this. And yeah, so that's how it started.
Okay, so then it is follow up. Like for me, whenever I think about DevOps stuff, I'm like, this is really hard, or I don't even know how to make the transition. It sounds like you were forced to. For people who are trying to break in and maybe considering DevOps, or are at some of these other levels like help desk and want to transition, what do you feel like would be barriers they have to overcome, or what are things that I don't know would help? As far as like mistakes to avoid?
I would say specializing in a certain area. For example, like a certain tool, that can help a lot. Like DevOps is it's kind of a general title. I feel like a lot of times you see companies asking for DevOps engineers and they want developers, or you see companies asking for DevOps engineers and they want people who've worked in IT, right? So it's kind of a general title. I would say, like, if you kind of have a specialization that you're in, and you just hunt roles that kind of deal within that, I would say, that could be a way in. Another thing I'll touch on is cloud. So I think having a very good, strong understanding of cloud plays a big part in DevOps. And also being able to understand code and how to deploy software. I would say those are some big areas that you don't really get without kind of being around it, so to speak. So, for example, if you work at a manufacturing company, you're likely not going to have a DevOps team there because you don't deal with any software deployments. But if you work at a software company or a tech startup or something, you'll be around software, you'll be around the software development lifecycle, you'll get to see the whole entire process, which will kind of give you a better sense of what DevOps is. So it's a lot to kind of be aware of. But does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, Dave, I have a question though.
Yes.
So what advice do you have for someone just get started in cybersecurity? Should the person focus more on certificates or skills?
Great question.
Certificates or skills? I think you should focus on experience first. I think to me, cybersecurity is not an entry-level field. I think you need to have some IT experience before you shift to security or focus on that at all. So I would say focus on IT first.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked that, so I focus on IT. I have some IT certificates from Coursera, Google IT professional certificates, and IBM. Just getting started into cybersecurity, and yeah.
Okay. Have you ever worked like doing IT support or junior sysadmin or anything like that?
Nah.
Yeah, I would try and get some like business experience, whether it's internship or a contract or something. You need to kind of have like business experience to speak to before a company's going to trust you to secure their environment and infrastructure.
Like what if someone is doing, let's say, the bug hunting, like you have a proof of portfolio of what you have done, the work, so on and so forth. So could it secure your job,
If you're doing bug bounty hunting, yeah. I mean, if you have a portfolio to show what you did and everything, I'm sure you could maybe do like that role, right? But that's kind of like the 1% of cybersecurity is bug bounty hunting and ethical hacking. I feel like that's a very niche and competitive market, and you have to be really, really good at what you do. So yeah, sure, if you have the portfolio to back it up, maybe you can get in there. But I would say in terms of broad cybersecurity, right? Like the typical pipeline is IT for like help desk or sysadmin for like 1 to 3 years, then transition to cyber. So if you're talking about bug bounty hunting, that kind of be separate, I feel like. But if you have your portfolio, sure, anything's possible with the right evidence.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
On the topic of like, again, like barriers to break in, what do you feel like are traits or characteristics of people who are just like not going to make it, or might take longer than you know what's truly needed? Like what's stopping people? Either like I don't know if like mindset is the right thing or skills or something. Like what do you see out there, or what do you see over and over again where it's like, yeah, this person's making all the mistakes?
I think anyone can work in tech. I think anyone can learn IT. I think anyone can get to the career that they want to get to. It's mindset and it's work ethic. That's the biggest thing I see. I see people think it's impossible to get into this field and to get to a career such as a cyber analyst or something, and they just give up, right? They just think that, oh, I can't do this or something like that. But like, everybody's a regular person. Everybody has started from zero. Everybody has started with zero knowledge and had to figure things out and take risks. So I would say people make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but everyone's a regular person. And if you just have the right mindset and you just don't give up, eventually you're going to get success.
Well, you took a different approach than I was going to take. That was nice and elegant. I was going to say laziness, quitter mentality, like stuff like that. Like, but you're right. It is a perseverance game. It's something that if you go into it for the wrong reasons, you will find yourself lost somewhere in the sauce. If you go in with the right reasons, meaning you want to push the industry forward, you actually want to contribute while also learning and growing, you'll win all day. That attitude will ooze out during interviews, and it should. When you meet new people, that it should be infectious of an attitude that you have in demeanor.
Laziness is part of it, though. You're not wrong there.
Do you do mentoring, David?
I do, yeah. I have a free Discord. If you want to just look at my profile, you can join that. It's completely free. I send resources. I help people out there. Right now, I'm taking 3 mentors for free, completely for free. I'm currently taking kind of like an interview kind of thing. So if you want to reach out and you're interested in that, you can hit me up on my Discord, and then we can talk there and see if it's a good fit. But yeah, I'm helping everybody completely for free. I don't charge for nothing, so I'm definitely a good resource for anyone who wants to use me.
Nice. I was gonna ask, like, for the people that you are doing that you're mentoring right now, like, again, what do you see, right, as far as barriers to break in? Like, what are the hang-ups, right? Either like mental or mindset. I'm saying mental, but really like mindset, right? Like, what are their hang-ups, or what are they doing where it's like, hey, you're just trying to push a boulder uphill, like you should be pushing it downhill, like what, any of these kind of things?
It has to do with following through with the plan ultimately. Like, when I help people out, we basically come up with, okay, where are you at right now? What goal are you trying to hit? And we fill in the gaps there. We come up with a plan, like, do this, this, and this, and this, and this will happen for you, right? Your goal will be met. And most people, they might start out strong and they might just trail off because no one's forcing them to do it, right? So I would say you have to really want it. And that's one of the biggest hangups that at least I've seen so far, is like, I'll get with people, I'll tell them, what needs to be done, and then they don't do it. So.
Have you ever had to coach someone out of their goal of being within cybersecurity?
Coach someone out of it?
Yeah.
Like, just steer them away?
Steer them away. Ain't for you.
Personally, no, I've never had to steer anybody away. I would say, like I said, I think everybody can work in the field if they have the right skills and get those skills. But, sometimes you can get burnt out. Like, sometimes it's just not like your thing, right? And I would say maybe that's something that would turn you away. Like, say if it's affecting your mental health or something like that, I could see you kind of steering away. But like, because it can be stressful working in security and stuff. So never had to turn anybody away though, yet.
Can I ask you a question, David? As you see in your role as DevOps engineer, where does automation engineer like fit in there, or does it fit in there anywhere? Like, could you go over that role a little bit if you can?
Yeah, I mean, I think every environment has the opportunity to be automated. So I would say an automation engineer, again, it's kind of a general role. It depends, what are you automating? All right, are you working to automate deployments? Are you working to automate infrastructure? Are you working to automate, which team are you working for? And so I would say where that role fits is going to depend on the company and going to depend on overall, like what their product is. So
Okay.
does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, no, it does. It
Okay.
does. That makes sense. I appreciate that. I know everybody has their role that
Yeah.
Is that the other last quick question? I'll let somebody else go. Ace, I think you were coming in, and when you first stepped into the space, what kind of was your like journey? Like, how did you find out that you were going to be, into where you are now? I think you might have touched on that at the beginning, but maybe I missed it.
Yeah. I would say like I just was kind of forced into taking on DevOps responsibilities and specifically like working with Azure and deploying infrastructure there. It was kind of something I was forced to learn because no one else could, and like I needed to fill a gap like very, very soon. So that's kind of how I fell into it. I just basically had to dive headfirst and kind of rush to understand it. So that's kind of how I got into it, but that's not everyone's typical path. I just kind of forced, and luckily I liked it.
Gotcha. Okay, no problem. Well, I appreciate that, David.
Mm-hmm. Ace, what state you in? Or country?
Oh, I'm muted. My fault. I can't say, bro. I'm out the way. Just know it's mad cold.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
What's up? How y'all doing?
We doing
I really just
good.
came to tap in because I seen Nigel in here. Just had to let y'all know Gov took over private sector all day, every day. Just letting y'all know. If y'all ain't know, now you know.
And if you didn't know, you didn't believe, we got a whole talk coming up very soon.
Yeah, make sure y'all here on Sunday. Make sure y'all got some notes.
Are we
Make
talking?
sure y'all got
we
some
talking
questions.
Gov check on Sunday? I'm pulling
Yeah.
up. Bad.
Pull out your notepad. Pull out notepad plus.
Nah,
One note.
I'm gonna come with a sticky note, man. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come with a sticky note.
You ain't gonna have enough room to write all the game down. You need front and back of that.
Nah, go. I'm gonna be there, man, for sure. I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, passing out my private sector business cards. So I got you.
We want to revoke your access. You got to revoke your access. David, how you doing, man? We here to pick your brain now, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
So, David, what do you do? I missed the first part, so sorry. What do you do?
Now I am a DevOps engineer. I actually used to, I think last time we talked, you remember I was talking about getting into, what did I say? Something like cloud security, I think I was talking about. So yeah, a little bit of a pivot.
That's not a little bit of a pivot, my boy. That's a super pivot.
Crazy thing. Want to hear something crazy? This is about to set everybody on fire. I actually left GovTech for private. Had to do what you got to do, though. I still got that clearance, though. Don't think I don't got that clearance.
Ooh,
Still got that clearance, though.
specialty.
Nate, something in my soul told me that David was a smart man. I was still trying to, do my analysis, but right there, it just proved that he's a smart man.
Yeah.
He knew where the money's at, Ace. Like,
You got to weigh out your cards.
Don't worry, bro.
And
Everybody gonna still pull up on
let's
Sunday.
hear about
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
Since we're here, David, let's hear about it. Are you happier on the other side?
Personally, I am.
Talk to us, bro. What's
But
going on?
See, for me, I'm a big, I like working remote. I used to work hybrid. Then I worked in GovTech, fully on site, 10 hours a day. Like, that was a grind, I won't lie. And, like, remote is my comfortability. So that was kind of one of the biggest factors for me. Because you can work in GovTech remote, but, like, typically if you got a clearance, like, you got to be on site at least a little bit at a time. So.
That's not crazy to say. I can't knock you on that one.
Yeah.
Question is though, if you like working remote so much, if they offer you a DevOps engineer remote role in Gov, you gonna take it?
Yeah. I'll take it. Yo, but I'm a big salary guy. Like, I got to see what that's looking like. I ain't taking a pay cut just to move into GovTech.
Facts.
Hey, look, hear me out now. AWS cloud engineer, 250.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
DevOps engineer, 250. What you talking about, my boy? You gotta go get a full scope though. You gotta go get a full scope.
See, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. You heard that, Nigel?
Yo, but
Oh, my boy.
yeah, I guess.
But what about the 30 to 40? What about the 30 to 50K sign-on bonus with AWS?
With what you saying? Like with same kind of thing, same salary, just that sign-on bonus.
Yeah, you get a 30 to 50K sign-on bonus with AWS.
I think you get a bigger one if you're a Gov Cloud, due to the fact that you have a full scope. Like, it's ridiculous. And I think you get
Oh my god!
No, like genuinely, you get a crazy bonus if you're at AWS. Depends on what level you have. If it's TS, if you're the CI poly, if it's full
Yeah,
scope. Like,
for sure. But I don't have to adhere to all the politics on the other side. I could just
there's
work
a lot
remote,
less politics.
Yeah, he definitely got you on payroll.
I'm telling you, bro, there's a lot less politics on Gov. For the most part, you're not even the one dealing with the politics. And the only difference is, here's the thing about Gov a lot of people don't know about, right? The biggest misconception, well, not make a misconception, biggest thing people talk about when they talk about Gov is like, oh, what if I want to travel somewhere, blah, blah, blah. All you have to do is say, hey, I want to travel here. You're going to they're going to send you some form. And then you're going to fill out the form to disclose that you're traveling somewhere. And then you'll probably be good to go.
Right,
Now,
they act like you're on probation. It's not the case.
Yeah, like, no, you just let them know. They'll be like, okay, and that's about it. The places you can't go is the places you don't want to go. The only place that you may have wanted to go that you can't go is China. Other than that, you pretty much go almost everywhere else. Can you go to China? If you're cleared, you can go. One time. One time. One time.
You might as well stay there.
You can go. You're going to have a job when you come back.
David, how did you find GovTech initially?
Simone, I
Military.
were you asking me or you asking Ace? Sorry, I thought you said
No, David.
me.
David.
Hey, bro, this is your live, bro.
Yeah, I found GovTech through Simone Bees. That's how I figured out about it.
For the folks that don't know, just can you shed some light into that? Who Simone is and what she has going on?
I'll let Ace do the honors for that
Yeah,
one.
man. Come on now, man. Hey, listen, shout out to Bees, man. Shout out Bees and shout out Dave. They're the homies, bro. Listen, if you ever think about GovTech, you go know who Bees is. You ain't got a choice.
Right.
I promise. You really don't have a choice. Like you can search, you're gonna search her up, then you're going to find her on everything GovTech.
Word.
All types of game.
Yeah,
How to
she's
break in, how to find a clearance, overseas contractor. CCN.
she's been at it for a minute.
You can go. You ain't coming back. Yeah, you generally might not come back though. Like if you you go there, you might not come back. Straight like that. So anytime you got to buy flights and stuff too, you got to look if you have a layover where that layover is going to be. That thing say HKG. Hey, my boy. Hey, you might get detained off that plane.
Crazy. I got a question for you, David. It's kind of two-part. So, how is AI changing DevOps security practices? And the second piece is what DevSecOps skills will matter the most in the future, like in the next 2 to 3 years?
How's AI changing DevOps? I was trying to listen to the whole question and up forget in the first part. Is that what you said?
Yeah, how is AI changing DevOps, like from the security practices to normal,
I think you cut out there at the end.
Oh, yeah, how is AI changing DevOps?
I think AI is changing DevOps, kind of how it's changing a lot of the other industries, right? Like stuff is you're able to use it as a tool to do things a lot faster, but also if you're relying on it too much, there's that room for error. So I think it's a fine line between using it as a tool and depending on it. I think you're able to. I think if you don't rely on AI and you just integrate it where necessary into already, what you're doing already in DevOps, that there's less of a risk because you're not fully relying on it to make decisions for you. You might just be able to fully rely on it to automate manual work. Mm-hmm. And so I think the level of security depends on how much you rely on it and integrate it. Because like I know for me, like I like using AI and stuff, but like if I just ask it to do something and make me something and I have no idea how it works, there's going to be security gaps in there because I didn't create it, right? So right. I think that's one of the biggest things right now is like you can't be too crazy with AI and have it do things that you don't even know about because then you're going to be in big trouble.
100%. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Good question, though. That's a very loaded question.
Yeah.
All right. How can I leverage AI to help me break into cyber? Like, what are the steps?
Another good question. Nigel, do you want to answer? You can.
How I can leverage AI to break into cyber?
Yeah, what are some areas that I would leverage AI when I'm looking to break into cyber?
I would say one, use AI to help with keywords and turn what your current role is into, let's say, transferable skills to the role that you're to the role that you're interested in. So what I mean by that is like, say you work as a IT help desk, right? And you're interested in a SOC analyst role. What you can do is some prompt engineering, right? Prompt engineering is basically manufacturing a prompt and an AI solution, a GPT solution to give you a better outcome of an answer. So I would say, hey, take my current experience, leverage it based off the keywords on this job description to then make my, experience more suitable for that role that I'm applying for. So when a hiring manager looks at your job experience, they may see like, oh, okay, he or she doesn't come from a security role, they come from an IT role, but a lot of the work that they were doing based off of the prompt you use can be show or highlight how your skills are transferable, if that makes sense. That would be one way I would do that. Another way I would leverage AI is to learn a lot of the hands-on learning. So to leverage projects and theories, like theory work. So if I don't understand what IAM, identity and access management is, I would create a prompt and say, hey, GBC, Claude, Gemini, whatever AI you want to use, and say, teach me about identity access management in simplest terms, blah, 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 however you want to prompt. And I would use AI to teach me about identity access management. Then I would say, can you build me a project or give me a project that I can utilize on a portfolio or my GitHub to show that I have hands-on experience doing X. The biggest thing is I would leverage job descriptions on LinkedIn and build projects based off the roles and responsibilities that the job is asking for. So that's how you can leverage AI, is to basically tailor your learning and your projects to give you that hands-on experience that you may be lacking.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially the part about AI explaining things to you and teaching you concepts, because a lot of times you'll go to Google and you'll look up what's something you'll look up, Terraform, for example. Of course, I'm DevOps, I gotta say that. You look up Terraform, right? You start reading about it. You're gonna see a bunch of stuff you have no idea what it even means if you've never worked in infrastructure at all. So if you're trying to learn Terraform for the first time, go into ChatGPT and ask it to explain Terraform to you like you're in middle school, right? It'll provide you with analogies and stuff that will make it make sense a lot better, than you'll see in like documentation and stuff. So I just wanted to add and like reiterate that ChatGPT does a lot more for you than you might think. So.
Yeah, great call out, Cyber T. Yeah, please be able to speak to what you're building. That is like one of the biggest, like I'm very big on communication. And, as you're doing projects, a simple and easy way to say you've done a successful project outside of completing it from start to finish is to go take that project and explain it to someone who has no idea about what you just did, whether it's a 7-year-old, 10-year-old, or a family relative that doesn't work in IT. Explain your project from start to finish and see the feedback or the understanding that they give you from that project. That will gauge how well you're able to explain what you just built or what you've done. If you can't get it and explain it in a lot of technical jargon to a non-technical person, which is a very high skill and something that you'll do often in cybersecurity. That's a gap that you need to work on as far as explaining and understanding what you're doing.
Because if you can't, then what's the point of doing the project?
Yeah,
you're doing it. You're doing the project so that you can speak to it in an interview ultimately. So if you can't speak to it, right, no point of even doing the project in the first place.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up, y'all. And I would layer in there, and I would say from the start to the end, you're leveraging AI from helping you find out which roles are out there that align with your background, feed it your resume, to helping you with the projects that you should be doing that would look best for prospective employers, to helping you actually do the projects, like what commands to run, what are the next steps, error messages that you're coming across. and then helping with that the talking points around how to best articulate what you did within this project. Typically, you use like a star situation. What was the situation, the task, what action did you take, and what were the results? If you have your star built out for every project and everything that's on your resume, you're gold.
100%.
All right. Last minute, we gotta get David out of here, y'all. Last minute, anything last minute?
Not to like sell myself or anything, but I do want to say that if you're looking for a Discord and like a community where you can talk with a bunch of other people that are trying to also get jobs in IT, I suggest joining mine. Like, I'm very active in there. I give resources out completely for free and everything. And so I just kind of want to drive more people into that, because I wish I had a free community where I could literally ask anything and someone with experience would answer me. And so that's what I'm trying to build for other people. So check that out if you're looking for something where you want to, learn some IT and stuff like that. And I also want to say thanks again, Nate, for having me on.
It's all good, bro. You're welcome back anytime. I like what you got going on, and I agree. If you are looking for a community where these conversations are still not slowed down enough for you, which I would understand, I would look for a place where you can ask your question and work on specific things and get help and guidance, especially if someone says, lean on me. He put it out there, y'all. Lean on me. And if you don't take advantage of someone that's wanting you to take advantage of them, and there's many people out there that want you to take advantage of them, their resources that they have just tucked away waiting on you, then I'm not sure what to say about that, but it's unfortunate. All right. With that, Nigel, thank you so much for your time, efforts. Cyber Secrets, always a pleasure to have you. David, you were excellent. We appreciate you, bro. Come back, please. Check us out. And I want to wish everyone a great rest of their evening. Check out my profile. There's some new lineups coming. I'm not going to stop. I'll slow down eventually, but I'm not going to stop. So have a great evening. I wish everyone a safe weekend, and stay warm, and take care.
Cool.